In the spirit of love this Valentine's Day, let's talk about one of the biggest ways someone can profess their commitment to their partner, a proposal. Buying an engagement ring can be an exciting and expensive decision to make in a relationship. One type of diamond, though, has been growing in popularity the past decade. But you won't find it growing in the earth, rather. ABC 15's Amelia Fabiano is showing us why so many couples are opting for diamonds grown in the lab.
The promise of a lifetime.
When I came home, he had decorated our whole house with roses and pictures hanging from the ceiling of our relationship.
Sealed with a diamond ring.
We had talked about getting engaged for a while, but the proposal itself was a complete surprise.
It's a tale as old as time, but now with more options than ever. Gabrielle Peterson is going to be a December bride.
I just like the simplicity of it. It's a very classic look.
She didn't want her diamond to come from the ground, but the inside of a lab.
Just knowing that it came from a lab just made us feel a lot better.
Tina Garuba and her fiance feel the same.
I didn't like the ethical considerations of having a mined diamond.
Ethics and sustainability on a lot of couples' hearts as they get ready to pop the question. One of several reasons they opt for lab-grown diamonds.
Yeah, I've read about, some of the human rights abuses in the diamond industry and just something I wasn't comfortable with.
It's a very eco-friendly way to actually have a diamond.
I stopped by Robbins Brothers in Scottsdale to find out more. Dubbed the engagement ring store, they have dozens of both lab-grown and natural mined diamonds.
It's really opened up the choices now that people can actually make because this is such a personal piece of jewelry.
Greg Yarderson helps couples make that choice. In the almost decade that lab-grown diamonds have been on the mainstream market, he says some people are skeptical. Are they still diamonds? Are they fake? Are they worth less?
I think that there was a lot of disinformation that goes with something that's new.
But a diamond is a diamond. The way it's formed in a lab mimics how it's formed in the earth, usually with lots of heat and lots of pressure. The Gemological Institute of America even uses the same rigorous grading process with both lab-grown and mined.
They are optically, physically, and chemically identical to a mined diamond.
If you hold these two diamonds side by side, the naked eye can't tell the difference. But one of them was created over millions of years, the other in a matter of weeks.
Then there's the price tag.
There's a financial difference.
Both of these are 1-carat diamonds. One of them is going to be about $6,000. One of them is about $5,300. But the one for $5,300 that's lab grown is a significantly cleaner diamond.
Even still, some prefer their diamond mined.
A lot of it truly is just, it's tradition. That's what their mother had and that's what they want.
And no matter how it's made, the significance behind the stone remains the same.
I mean, why are the people in here looking for rings? Because they love each other. They want to spend the rest of their lives together.
An age-old notion worth more than any money can buy. Amelia Fabiano, ABC 15, Arizona.